Good morning from the third vlog from our September 2017 European road trip, where today we're here at the beautiful Efteling here in the Netherlands. I first came to this park a few years ago to ride Baron 1898, or Baron 1898, as I like to call it. But yeah, we first came to ride that and I came here and I really enjoyed discovering this park. It's huge, there's so much to it, and I think on a first visit it's really overwhelming, and I was overwhelmed the first time that I came here. Coming back last year and seeing it for a second time, I understood a lot more about this park and everything about it. And this time, coming back for a third time, we've come to ride the brand new attraction, the brand new dark ride known as Symbolica. It's a trackless dark ride. It's the new emblem for the park, the Palace of Fantasy, and it's located down the end of this path here. When me, Martin and Joe came last year, last June, groundwork had begun for this. The structure was starting to go up, and now, just over a year later, we're back to try out this brand new dark ride, which I really can't wait to experience. I'm joined by these three again, yet again. We've got Martin, Leo and Charlotte over there.
Hello everybody.
Martin's back at the Efteling. Good to be back.
I love this park.
It's so nice to be back.
I fell in love with this park last year when I came here for the first time, and when I saw that new trackless dark ride being built, I thought, me and Sean, we've got to come back.
It's so strange. It was literally just a steel structure when we were last here, and we're about to walk down here in a few minutes and see this massive new palace.
And it just looks so immensely themed.
It does. I can't wait. How are you guys? Are you looking forward to your first visit? Just tell the viewers what that is, because they won't understand.
When we went to Toverland yesterday, we went into the Hagrid's hut.
We've just been Hagrid's house.
And basically you hit the mirror and it went, me.
So check out our vlog from yesterday at Toverland. And also from day one, where we went to Movie Park Germany and rode the brand new Star Trek Operation Enterprise. But yeah, it's the girls' first visit here today, so lots of new rides for them to get on today. We've come on a weekday, it should be quite quiet. There is a few things that are closed today. Spook Slot's closed, and also the twin track racing coaster, the GCI coasters, Joris, George and the Dragon, that is closed. We did know about that in advance, but we thought with it being the new dark ride, we want to come here on a weekday when it's quiet. Come at the weekend, yes, Joris would be back open, but rather come on the weekday and get quite a few rides on Symbolica, hopefully. You've got 3 different journeys to take on that ride. You queue up, and then I believe it splits off just before the station, and you can decide where you want to go. So we'll make our way down and see this brand new emblem here at the park. Really excited to be back. Weather looks like it's going to be okay, and hopefully crowd levels should be quite light today as well. Welcome to our vlog from the Efteling. Oh wow, look at this facade here. Looks absolutely awesome, that does. Of course, you've got the fountain out the front here, all the rocks behind. And look at this, the gates have just opened. We're quite close to the front of the queue, which is really good. Look at this, all the turrets on the side. Plenty of forced perspective on the go there as well. And there is a single rider queue, which is worth noting out. So obviously we've got this queue line outside. Quite a big cattle pen queue outside, actually.
But that's what Efteling love, isn't it?
They do.
Cattle pen queue lines. If you like your cattle pen queue lines, this and Portaventura, the best for cattle pen queue lines.
Look at that though, Martin. That is gorgeous, isn't it? It's a stunning show building. And with this as well, they've also themed the top. It's actually got a rooftop garden on there with solar panels, which looks really nice as well. The reason they've done that is so that from the other rides around the park, and especially the observation tower, which is just behind it, you don't just see like a massive warehouse in the park. It is beautiful. I do love how you've got all the rocks all down the bottom here. Obviously your main show building around the back there, and then all the turrets and stuff leading off the front here. It works really as a brand new focal point for this park, a brand new centerpiece, and yeah, I can't wait to get inside and give this a go. Like I say, 3 different tours to do. It's picking which one we want to do really. This part of the queue's nice, they're all around the trees just here. Beautiful all around this side as well. Yes, it is a massive cattle pen outside, however, it is themed. And you've got all the soundtrack playing. All these little things as well. A really deep storyline to this one, really heavy storyline.
The king always has the last word. Always. Muis stil zijn. Zo niet, dan zal dit muisje een staart voorzichtig. Het is ongehoord wat er gebeurt met de trap. What's happening? What's happening with the stairs? No, stop!
We've been inside the Palace of Fantasy for about 5 minutes now, and already this has got to be one of my favourite dark rides in the world, and we've not even stepped on the ride yet. That pre-show sends a really nice fuzzy feeling through your body, and obviously you've got all the sort of laser effect all down the stairs, all the magic, and then the stairs opening up, the smoke behind it. Something so simple but so effective. Really enjoying it so far. Yeah, it's a good start, really good start. This is really nice as well. I like how they've made it look like this palace has been here for years. It's quite aged. You've got all the cobwebs on it, and obviously on the outside of it as well, you had all the like all the moss growing all over like the rocks at the bottom. So it's like it's been here for years. You wouldn't think that it opened earlier this year, and that's clearly what Efteling were trying to achieve when they did the theming on this project. Very nice. So as I've already mentioned, on Symbolica you actually get 3 different tours. But when you get to this point in the queue line, you have to choose which tour you'd like to take. Obviously it's in English there as well for any English guests coming. You can either take the music tour, you then got the Helden tour just here, and then you got the Treasures tour just here. So you got the Heroes tour in the middle. I've said that in another language there. Is that in Dutch?
Yeah, you said
Helden tour. So you got the music tour, the Helden tour, or the Shads, I don't know, whatever that says tour. That one there, Treasures. I think we're going to go with the music tour for our first one. Obviously we don't know how many rides we're going to get. Hopefully over the 2 days we're here at Efteling we'll get to experience all 3 tours. I'd like to think we will do. But yeah, it'd be interesting to know on a single rider queue what tour you get. I suppose if you're on single rider, maybe you just get put whichever tour they decide to put you in. I don't know if you queue up for a single rider spot for your tour you want to do, or you just get put in a random one. I don't know, but I will find out at some point. Look at this. We've also got the interactives on there as well, which I've heard interesting things about with the interactives. I'm not too sure what it's all about really. So excited right now. Our most anticipated new ride of 2017. We're about to ride Symbolica at Efteling. This is absolutely gorgeous. This building's so majestic, it's so well put together. Here's a little look at the Trackless Ride vehicles. It's worth pointing out with this ride, the interactives are only in the front of the vehicle. So if you are coming with kids, I recommend them going in the front because you don't actually get the interactives if you're in the rear seats.
Like me and Sean at the front here.
Big kids. Oh my God, this is so exciting.
Me and Sean at the front.
Wow, look at the roof, look at everything. The lighting is perfect. And so is everything about this ride so far. I mean, it's not very often that I'm speechless, but it happens a few times, but not very often at all. Where do I even start with reviewing something like that? I've just shown you a full POV. I don't normally put full POVs inside the vlog, but with that ride, I'd find it so hard to edit the bits out what aren't important, so to speak. You need to see everything. That ride was 10 out of 10, top notch. What an amazing experience. I mean, obviously we've only been on it once so far. We waited about 15 minutes tops, which was fine. Where do we even start? So obviously the ride system itself, a trackless dart ride. Now with trackless dart rides that have been built before, there's been issues with the roofs in them, the floors with them, and just there being a lot of blank space. That's something what Efteling have really fixed with Symbolica. I mean, everything in there was themed, whether it was the floor, the ceiling, the walls, everywhere you looked around. And with these rides, obviously with them being able to spin 360 and the park program them where they want you to see, in there I was looking all the way around, and even at the different angles where you wouldn't be expected to look, it was themed. That was a top class experience, a world class dart ride. I don't know where that ranks in my dart rides at the moment. I can tell you already it's in my top 5 dart rides, but I don't know exactly where that ranks because it was incredible. I need more rides on it. Seeing it on a 10-minute single rider queue just walking past makes you want to go around again. But we are going to do Baron, and then I'm going to head back over and do some single rides on that later. Yeah, just all the scenes in there were amazing. The lighting, the audio, it was just a very relaxing experience. You sit there in your seat and you're immersed into this world, all the park's characters and everything going on. And to be honest, there's not that much in there that relies on you to speak Dutch either, because everything else in there, you know, it all fits in. No matter what language you speak, you'll enjoy that experience. It's so visually pleasing, it's so enjoyable, and that ride just exceeded expectations, which is good, because when a ride is built up to you so much, sometimes you might go on it and think, ugh, that was not quite as what I was expecting. With that, I've gone on it, I've come off it, and I've thought, you know what, it's exceeded expectations, and by hands down, that has put this park a lot higher in my rankings because of that one ride. That is a stunning experience that is well worth coming out to see. No matter where you are in the world, whether you're in America, whether you watch it in Japan, the UK, get over here for Symbolica, because that is the ride for this park. Hands down for me, that's the best ride in this park. One of the best theme park rides I've ever been on. And like I say, I'll give you more of a ranking a little bit later on once I've had a few more goes. But just, we'll ask the other guys what they think. And Martin, obviously a big ride. I was in tears nearly.
Oh my God, all I can say is you can certainly see why that was one of the most expensive rides ever built.
It was, it's the biggest attraction in Efteling.
You can certainly see why it is the most expensive ride ever built, because you don't know where to look. As you're going round that ride, there's just too much to see, you don't know where to look.
The solarium was amazing as well, where the water came out.
I mean, a lot of people will say that they think that there should be touch screens everywhere, or a few people say that they don't know the actual point of the touch screens. But for me, I think there should be just one touch screen for the whole car, because then you've got the whole car working as a team.
Yeah, maybe so. I mean, a lot of people have said, and I kind of agree, the fact that the touchscreens, that if they weren't there, I wouldn't rate the ride any less, if you know what I mean. They're a bit of a, you know, they're an add-on, but I wouldn't say they're a big addition to the ride. If they weren't there, I wouldn't rate it any differently. I like the fact they've tried to do something a bit different with that, and maybe that's something they can tweak going forwards if they want to. But yeah, like, hands down, what an amazing experience. I kind of feel right at the end it would have been nice to add a bit of a longer in that final room. I don't feel like I had enough time to appreciate the final scene. I mean, I do agree, I do think it has got an ending. That room is a good ending with all the banquet and everything on the table and all the characters. I must say the animatronics are stunning as well. But I just kind of feel like I wanted more time in that finale room, and we've still got 2 other tours to try on that I can't wait for, I really can't. But yeah, oh, it was beautiful. Talking to beautiful, here's Baron Akanakanakanen. Leah, what did you think? I'll come to Charlotte in a minute.
I really loved it. Magical.
Magical.
Yeah, and animatronics, is that the right word? Looked so
The animatronics were really good, like they were
really
not nowhere near Disney quality, obviously, but they were very, very good, you know. For a part what's not owned by Disney or anything to do with Disney, the animatronics were top class. They really were. Better than Europa Park's animatronics, definitely. Yeah, you enjoyed it?
Yeah, I sat there with my mouth open.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, my jaw dropped. And finally,
All of our
Charlotte,
mouths were
what did you think?
That was absolutely sensational.
Sensational.
I absolutely loved that ride. That is my favourite dark ride.
It is gorgeous. What
loved
made it for you, though?
It's just everything. Like everything was moving, and there was like sparkling lights, there was butterflies. But I don't like the Efteling characters. They creep me out.
I think you know, they are a little bit. For us being from the UK, stuff like that will be more used at Halloween, wouldn't it? With
Yes.
with the masks
Get
and
them out
stuff.
for Halloween.
But overall, you enjoyed it. You
Yeah,
loved it.
10 out of 10. Absolutely.
I need to get back on that ride at some point, but we are going to do the Baron. And here it is, Baron 1898. The park's B&M dive coaster opened in 2015. I was here opening year for this. And as an experience, yet again, this is a really good attraction. Here it is, the Baron. It's pretty much your standard dive coaster, really. However, it's got a lot of theming all around it, what really makes the experience. It is so good, this. I'm looking forward to getting back on there. The pre-shows inside are really nice as well. And yeah, let's get back on the Baron. God, I'm sorry guys, I'm just so in shock with that ride. And I'm just so happy that it lived up to and more exceeded what I was expecting from that ride. Hands down, the best ride of 2017. And yeah, I can't wait. I'll go even more in depth when I know a little bit more about the scenes. So far though, the scene what stands out the most for me is the solarium. I love the solarium, the glass roof, all like the sort of glass snapping, the water breaking in. I loved it. It was so, so good. Ah, what a ride. Go on, how long's the queue for the Baron? 0 according to the board. Somehow I don't think that's 0 minutes, but to be honest, it doesn't look that bad, so we'll give it a go. Hey, Theme Park Worldwide on YouTube. We go on the lift hill. We're on the back row of Baron. Achten, Echenen. I know you all love how I pronounce that. I know we really don't get to see much on the back of a dive coaster, but the queue at the front was manic. Get ready. Whee. Such a smooth ride. Helix, helix, helix. Whee. Into a little bunny hill. Whee. And that's the Baron. So we've just come off Baron 1898. I'm not going to ramble on myself. I'll let the girls do a bit of talking with this one. To prepare yourself, Leah, because obviously they've not done it. You know my thoughts and Martin's thoughts. It's a nice B&M coaster. It's not the most forceful out there. It's a very smooth experience. And even on the inversions, you don't really get much force. But overall, the pre-shows, the station, and everything put together, it's a really nice experience that I do enjoy. Charlotte.
Would you like to hear more review?
Oh, he wasn't a fan.
It was too tame. It was just, I mean, it's so smooth. It's a good coaster, but per oblivion, you get more force.
What about the overall
the
experience?
theming is absolutely 10 out of 10. It's fantastic, but the ride lets it down.
Yeah, it's an experience ride, isn't it? But for a B&M,
and they give you a ticket so you can just go and watch the pre-show.
it's a raffle.
Yeah, you get your raffle
what
tickets.
prize are you going to win?
I won a bottle of water.
There you are, but at least you've been on it now, and Seen it. You right, Leah? How was your ride? Oh wait, she didn't go on.
You didn't know?
Yeah, you got the pre-show.
The pre-show was good.
Yeah, and it's good how you can get a ticket for people like Leah. However, if you watched, if you watched our vlog yesterday
What do you mean?
from
People like Leah?
Toverland,
There's nobody like Leah.
oh, when a water coaster. She wasn't expecting that. But yeah, it's like good for people like Leah. And yesterday we went to Toverland and she managed to go on Troy. So watch it. It's so funny. I was editing it last night and it's so funny, the footage of Leah's hair just blowing everywhere. And it looks like she's crying because her hands are here. What she was doing, she was actually holding a glasses strap. So just to confirm. But yeah, and Martin, obviously, Baron, yeah, we know,
Baron,
you know our thoughts on it.
I like Barron. It's a good coaster. I mean, it is easily one of the most smoothest coasters in the world, I think. It is easily one of the most smoothest coasters in the world. But I do actually think it feels a bit more rougher than it was last year. It's still one of the smoothest coasters in the world, but it feels slightly rougher than it was last year. So I just think it's riding a bit rougher.
Oh my God, what's this? The Fisherman has come out, and to be honest, I think the girls are going to absolutely love this. The Flying Dutchman. And let's just take a moment to appreciate this gorgeous theming as we make our way into what is one of the most beautiful stations in a theme park in the world. We're doing well. We've been in the park less than an hour so far, and we're already on our third ride, which is great. And Martin's getting a lovely photo there, so I'm going to turn the camera off and get in this photo. So here we are inside the station for Flying Dutchman, and I must say it's my favourite soundtrack in the whole of Efteling in here. It is lovely. Not too sure I'd like to work in here listening to it all day, every day, because it is quite a short loop. Very repetitive, but I do really like it. It's a very happy feel ride. But I do think at points this ride does get quite dark, and especially if you're sitting on the front row. There's one point in this ride where you've got all the mist around you and you've just got the little light on at the front, and it's actually quite an eerie experience. But look at this, it is gorgeous. The theming here at Efteling is amazing. Manufactured by Comeback, this was. And what a lot of people don't realise is that the ride system, it's not like a trough, it is an actual roller coaster track underneath. Very interesting. Yeah, I think the girls will really enjoy this one.
I'm excited.
The Fisherman thing to it.
I was terrified because I was sat on my own.
Oh, we all went on the front
It
left,
was
Charlotte
so
row
good.
too.
I had to go on the second row alone.
There was only 3 seats on the front row, and Charlotte did say she didn't mind going there.
I didn't mind. And
To be fair, we could have gone in 2-2s, couldn't we, really? But yeah, what did you think?
Absolutely amazing.
What did you like the most
It
about
was
it?
so eerie in there because it was so dark and you only had a little light. I didn't expect to be like, it was amazing.
It's so simple, that effect on there. I can't get over it. All it is some misters down the side of the track and a little pea light on the front, and it just creates that really nice atmosphere. And I tried to capture it the best I could there on the footage. But yeah, what a lovely experience that is. The soundtrack, the theming, I really enjoyed it. I think Leah liked that one as well, didn't you? What you got to say about it then?
Amazing.
Amazing. Is that all we're getting?
I think it's my new fave.
What, like favourite ride?
Oh, what's it called?
She enjoys it. Martin liked it.
Atlantica Super Splash.
Oh yeah, it's better than Atlantica Super Splash, isn't it? The Mac
No, I'm going with
version.
your favourite ride so far.
What, of the trip or the park?
of
the trip. Oh, it's a big bold 2-in-1 there from Leah as she walks down towards the big python. But yeah, what do you think, Martin?
Yeah, I like a good python.
I'm sure she does, and there it is over there. Yeah, you enjoy that ride, don't you?
Yeah, I love that ride. Oh, I mean, that ride is so well themed, and that P light just makes it.
It's so simple. so simple.
Fisherman's done its job.
Is that it? Fisherman's going back in the back from Whirlwind. Yeah, it's lovely. What an experience. And I can also see when we're on there on the outdoor coaster section, obviously Joris, there it is, the wooden coasters manufactured by GCI. They are closed today, as we mentioned. We did know they were going to be closed. It wasn't a surprise when we turned up. It was on the website in advance. They're doing some work on there. It's back open at the weekend. But we thought we want to come here on a quiet day so we can get plenty of rides. And we sort of weighed up the options, me and Martin, and we thought, well, hang on a minute. We can get on the Woody and it'll be busy here at the park, or we'll come on a quiet day, get plenty of re-rides in and miss the Woody. And we thought for the girls' first time, they're not really, in my opinion, missing much with Joris. I'm not a big fan of it at all. But yeah, did you know, a little random fact for you, for those of you that don't know, any of our Dutch fans already will, but there used to be a wooden roller coaster that was located there before, like a smaller wooden coaster, and then they completely demolished that and then built Joris over there. So quiet here at the Efteling today. It's the quietest I've ever seen it, actually. This is my quietest trip to this park out of 3 visits. Look at that station building there, it is gorgeous, and with that, you know, it looks so fresh. You wouldn't think it was as old as it is. I mean, look at all the buildings, it's all very nicely maintained. And it's worth pointing out that Efteling is a 365 park, it's open all year, you know, and they are do very well at maintaining attractions, theming, and making sure the park still looks great. Here we go then, just the 3 of us, we're going on Python. Leah's not coming on Python. We might try and drag her on it later on, maybe. This opened in 1981. It's a Vekoma roller coaster, and it's about to close for some work to be done to it. It's going to be closed for a few months. Luckily, we managed to get it in this trip, though, so Charlotte can get the cred. You know what I say, Charlotte? The cred's a cred.
This doesn't look very nice. It looks like...
To be honest, it's not actually that bad, because the trains what they've got on here, I don't think they're too bad personally. But here we go. Obviously, they must think it needs some work doing to it if it's closing for a bit.
At the Coma, but it is rough. But you expect it to be quite a little bit rough.
I mean, 1981. This thing, that's really old. That is, isn't it? I mean, what Corkscrew at Alton Towers opened in 1980, and that closed in 2008. You know, after what 28 years service. So this, you know, it's an old ride. And you can tell really that Efteling have improved so much over the years in terms of theming. I mean, you look at this queue line, there's not really anything going on for it at all. There's not even any audio playing down here. There is speakers at the side though, which is interesting. Can't remember if there's normally audio. But yeah, obviously, you know, as the park progresses, the theming gets better, the experience gets better. But the best thing is it's really quiet, because last time I remember queuing down here as well. It's a really quiet day today, we're doing well. Means you can get some nice panoramic views.
Yeah.
I still think it's really strange with this park how all the major rides, well, coaster-wise anyway, are all in this sort of corner of the park. It's one thing that I'm not really keen on, the fact they're all based around this lake down this end. As I mentioned numerous times, you know, with Efteling, it's not one of my favourite parks out there, but I do really enjoy it. It might be, yeah, maybe so.
That might be due to neighbours, I'm just guessing.
Yeah, speculation, we don't really know, like I say. We love the, you know, coming to see these parks, and I really do enjoy Efteling a lot, don't get me wrong, but I do prefer the other parks, you know, what I do in Europe. But it's nice to come here and see it, and I understand it a lot more now than I used to. When I first came, I really didn't understand much about it. Alright, let's go on Python. Off we go, on Python. We're on the back row, me and Charlotte's. Martin just in front. And in we go. Whee. Ah, nice intense loops. Whee! It's a double corkscrew. Whee! And down into a helix. Oh yes! Helix, 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 helix. Oh! And there we go. It's quite a simple layout, but not a bad ride. Like I say, a classic 1981 Vekoma, and it's got these restraints on it as well. It's got the ones that are on Space Mountain now. It's Disneyland Paris, or Hyperspace Mountain should that be. How was your ride on the Python?
I didn't enjoy it.
Not a big fan,
It
no?
was too intense. These inversions, I was literally at blackout state.
Yeah, I mean, they are quite intense loops. I mean, when you're on the back roller coaster, loops are traditionally more intense, aren't they? Really, because you've been pulled through them.
It's a good layout. It's nice and short and sweet.
Yeah, it's just back. You got to imagine this and review it as in we're in 1981 here. Turn up at the park, seeing that, you're thinking, oh my God, it's a massive coaster. And at the time, I bet it was really intimidating. I mean, you look at that lift hill. Even now, it's quite intimidating to some people. I know we're enthusiasts and we enjoy being scared. That's what it's all about. But imagine turning up and riding that if you're a teenager. You might think, oh my God. Whereas in 1981, that would have been a massive ride. Here it comes, show you a bit of off-ride footage. Simple but effective, that one, really. Martin's over there examining the map. Just having a little look at what there is in the park. You enjoy Python?
It's all right. I mean, I don't hate Python, but I don't love it.
Yeah, it's one of those, isn't it?
Yeah, it's one of those. I mean, I like the intensity of the loops myself.
Yeah,
It's a nice layout. It's a simple but effective layout. It's the best way to
I'd agree.
Describe that, to be honest.
There you are. Obviously, we've got Joris just over here. Normally, you get in just round this way to the two coasters there. And a bit of retrack work seems to be taking place at the top just there. Got a really good view actually when we're on Python of the work taking place up there. I thought I can't really show you because we're going quite fast around that corner there and couldn't really tilt the GoPro around quick enough. But yeah, there is quite a bit of retracking taking place there. So obviously with these wooden roller coasters, they are a lot to maintain. And I just hope Alton Towers back home realise that with Secret Weapon 8, there is going to be a lot of repair work going to be needed to do to it. These wooden roller coasters, they do take a lot of work and they have to walk the tracks on the morning and I look forward to seeing how Alton Towers cope with that one. Time for some food, I think. Lovely. So it's time for Sean's food review where we're going to try one of the new restaurants for this year here at Efteling. It's now a fish and chip shop. I mean, you know that I'm a bit fussy when it comes to food, and before I've really struggled to find something here that I'll actually like. I mean, I've had fries and stuff, but yeah, as you know, I'm really fussy, and there is lots of other options. There's pizza, there's all sorts. However, you know what I'm like, I am quite fussy, so yeah, I'm so glad there is actually something what I'll eat for now here, fish and chips. This got the little got on there, look on display. This looks really nice, and to be honest, it's fair priced as well. $7.75 for fish and chips, you can't grumble at that. Yeah, I'm really pleased with that. Looks really nice as well, actually, really well presented if it looks like that. Whoa, look at that nice big juicy fish. Hashtag Efteling juicy fish, look at that. That is nice. I've just had a little taste, and you know what? Presentation, taste, 10 out of 10. That is really nice. One of the nicest theme park meals I've ever had, that. It is lovely. Really enjoy that. Martin's got the same there. Nice, isn't it, that?
Yeah, it's nice.
Oh, it's lovely. Clear over there, just with it. That does not look like mineral water to me.
Just squash.
Oh, right. Got some chips over there, and Charlotte doesn't look very happy. You don't like fish and chips. See, to be fair, Charlotte is quite fussy like I am. So what have you got? You got some chips, and what's
That is not.
Aha, you got called fussy. By Sean.
Oh.
This is the worst theme park I've ever had.
Yeah, I was not a fan of the food, to be fair. I know that everybody always comments on this video, and every time I do a vlog from here and says, Sean, you never go to the Pancake House. As much as I'd love to go to the Pancake House, I know it's amazing themed in there. We'll have to try and have a look at some point. But I just don't really like pancakes that much. I don't mind pancakes, but when I'm at a theme park, it's a bit like, oh, do I fancy pancakes? But the theme in there looks amazing. We'll have to at least go in and have a look, and if these guys have the pancakes, we'll have to have a look. But yeah, there's fish and chips, absolutely gorgeous. Finally, some food here that I actually like. Oh, it's lovely. Oh, Leah's made a new friend here at the Efteling.
This is Ethel.
Who?
Ethel.
Ethel. What is an Efteling? Efteling.
Yes.
That's good, isn't it? Ethel. Hello, you alright?
She's 85 and she's going strong.
She's good friends with our friend over at Europa Park as well, who sits out there. Hello, you alright?
That's a sister.
Yeah, you reckon? There you are. There's probably some like really nice meaning to that, knowing the Efteling. It's probably representing something what we don't understand. Most likely with this park. It is gorgeous though, look at the pagoda there, sticking out through the trees. There's so much hidden stuff inside this park, so many little gems, and really, yeah, it's not a one-day park, at least 2 days, and that's to do everything once, really. And that's even on a quiet day. If it's busy, you might even want 3 days to get round and be able to see everything. There's so much to do, there really is so much, and the park layout's very interesting. I mean, to get up to Carnival Festival and Vogel Rock, you follow that footpath and all the way up to that end of the park, and then you get round this way towards Ravelin, Villa Volta, and of course Dream Flight as well. So picturesque, so beautiful.
Hello! Hello! Hello!
There you go. Best been on part, that one.
It doesn't even do anything.
I thought it did. I thought it did.
He's saying hello, go on, say hello to him. Hello.
Hello!
What the hell?
Oh! Oh, you can feel the blow. You can. It sucks.
It's a bin POV.
It sucks. He sucks out of his mouth. He sucks the rubbish.
So we're now going on Dream Flight, which is a suspended dark ride here at the park, and this was my favourite dark ride here at Efteling until, of course, riding the beautiful Symbolica this year. This is a classic, and it's only on a 5-minute queue, according to the board. Not really, you know, that nicer entrance, I don't think, to this one, but when you get in there, it's really nice, and again, it's one of the older rides here at the Efteling. Make our way inside. Bless you. I think you'll enjoy this one.
Yeah.
Some nice scenes in this. Again, a very magical, relaxing experience, this one, with some really nice music inside. I wouldn't fancy waiting in the Kaatsheuvel queue just there, though.
Oh no.
Oh yeah, well, at least you're just straight through there and into the door.
Look at that. For a Kaatsheuvel queue.
For a dark ride. It's crazy, isn't it? It is crazy. Yeah, look at that. We're literally just straight down this way in through them doors.
I think that has to be the award for the largest Kaatsheuvel queue.
It's up there, isn't it? Like,
Big
Shambhala's a big one, but I think this is even bigger than Shambhala, isn't it? Yeah. That is crazy. Right, let's get on board and show you some shots on Dream Flights. Really nice, cute little dark ride, this one. So we've just come off the wonderful dark ride, Dream Flight here at Efteling. That thing is beautiful. I mean, you just sit there on this wonderful ride system that is pretty much like a coaster track, really. Suspended underneath, changes speeds quite a bit as well, and of course you've got that spiral all the way down with the scenery in the middle. It's a really nice dark ride, and it's quite long, that one as well. It opened in 1993, that one. It opened in my birth year, so that makes it 24 years old, that ride. You know, you look at all the scenes in there, it's so well looked after, so many animatronics in there, all the little fairies. I just think it's a really nice, enjoyable experience here at the Efteling. Like I say, that was my favourite dark ride, but now we've got Symbolica. It sort of takes it one step further in terms of the trackless ride system. But don't get me wrong, I still love that. It is a really, really nice experience. One that I do really enjoy. Brilliant, Dream Flight. You enjoyed that?
Yeah, I like that ride. It's the sort of ride that 5-year-old girls will like, which is probably why you like it, Sean.
Oh, no, it's just a nice. I really enjoy it, I do personally.
No, it's got some good.
It's a lovely ride. It's an all-round family attraction.
Yeah,
that one.
Yeah,
I mean, it's good even for the adults. Yeah,
attraction. It's just beautiful to look at.
It is. Yeah, really nice. Did you girls enjoy it?
Yeah, it fits like Hogwarts.
Yeah, it's interesting. These guys actually managed to get on the one in front of us.
Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't walk on quick enough, did we? But you liked it. What did you enjoy in there?
It's a really nice ride, but it's very weird because there was little aliens having a bath and stuff.
It's very strange.
Weird.
Very strange.
Liked it.
Next up then we're going to go and watch the park show Ravelin. Now on busy days, and we have done today even though it's not busy, just to reserve our spot. But if you go just over there to that little booth, all you need to do is just select how many people are going to watch the show and you can get a little ticket. And then it means that you're guaranteed entry into the show. I mean, we're going to be fine getting in here today anyway, but we thought we'll do it anyway just in case. Don't miss Ravelin, basically. It's a really good park show that opened here in 2011, and it was actually at the time one of the most expensive things to ever be built here at 30 million euros. I must point out that it wasn't just for the show. The whole venue was built, and at the back of it as well, it's got like all the park offices and things in, and you'll see it when we go in there in a second. I love this show. I really like the storyline. And at first, I believe that it was a little bit bland, the stage area. So a couple of years later, they added new bits of theme in, and of course, added to that overall experience of the show. But yeah, I really like Ravelin. It's a gorgeous venue. It's got to be one of the nicest venues for a theme park show out there in the world. Really nice. So we'll make our way in there, and I'll show you a little bit of the venue and highlights of the show. Enjoying our day here at Efteling so far. Really nice to be back. So here we are inside the Ravelin venue. Obviously at the moment you've got this massive curtain just here. At the start of the show the curtain drops down and reveals the most beautiful stage for a park show. Really nice in here. I've never seen it so quiet. You're normally fighting for a seat. Plenty of seating available though in here, like I say. It's like a semicircle all around this side. Really nice venue. Like I say, it's a really powerful show this, really nice storyline, really good audio in this as well. Normally you can get like a headset and you can listen to it in English, which is good to do, but I do recommend just listening to it how it is naturally and sort of you get the story anyway without having to listen to it in English. But these guys were going to get that today, but unfortunately it has got technical problems, the headsets today. But normally you can get them if you do want to watch it in English. Me personally, I quite like how it's in that origin language and watching it, and yeah, you'll really get to understand the story. Here we go, welcome to Ravelin. I'll show you a few minutes of highlights of the show.
We zijn in Ravelin.
So you've just seen some highlights there from the beautiful park show, Ravelin here at Efteling. That show is beautiful. I've shared my reviews of it on 2 occasions now, so I won't go on. But the fire is obviously the big highlight in there for me. The storyline is very good. and I do like all the horses and stuff in there, the birds that are all being trained up in it. Animatronic birds. I just wound Leah up and said, aren't the animatronic birds really good? It takes 8 techies to sit at the back with a remote control to do them. And she believed me as well. Come on, you think me toxed you should be better than that. Did you enjoy it though?
Yeah, I love
Of course you enjoyed it, it's got horses in.
It's amazing how the men come from under the water.
You like fire, don't you, Leah?
I like
We need to
fire.
get you on Valhalla at some point.
Fire.
Comment below if Leah needs to go and give Valhalla a try at the wonderful Blackpool Pleasure Beach. You enjoy it, Charlotte?
Yes, it was a very good show. But
Go on.
I don't like automated voices.
So like miming to it, yeah, you'd rather it be.
I'd
So obviously
rather speak it.
the guy who was playing like the father in the storyline there, he was speaking,
Yeah.
but everybody else was
Yeah.
miming. So
Oh, do you want some bread?
some bread. Oh yeah, what we got? What we got on Charlotte's stall?
Today you can buy some peppers, carrots, onions, potatoes.
Can I have this breadstick?
bread.
Yeah. How much for your breadstick?
€2.
€2.
€2.
I'll take 4.
Okay.
Yeah, Ravelin Park show, really nice and not to be missed. On a visit to Efteling. It's a very nice show.
They were not potatoes, they were apples.
Potatoes.
I brought some apples with me on this trip in the car, and Charlotte thought they were potatoes.
It was in a
Oh,
sauce,
Come on,
bird.
Charlotte. I know you're from
Potato.
Birmingham, but yeah. You enjoy Ravelin?
Yeah, I like that
Ravelin.
show because
Arr.
it's different. There's not many theme park shows that have horses in.
True, very good point.
The rain. And it's
Very
good
well
length.
trained as well.
It's not too long and it's action packed.
25 minutes of action-packed fun.
So your kids aren't getting too bored in it.
Completely agree.
They're
It's
not moaning
very
and
good.
getting too bored in it. So
Very nice. Right, we're going on Villa Volta. This is really nice. It's a Vekoma Madhouse. It's a special one, this one. Let's go and have a go. It was the prototype ride, this one was. The first one to be built. I do think this is a little bit pre-show heavy in my eyes, this one. But don't get me wrong, it's still very nice. It was the prototype in there. Yeah, Leah coming on. She's going at jig in all these rides. Does she not normally ride Hex?
Yeah. Well, you see, the bar, because I'm not your average Slim Jim.
yeah, you see the bars. I like this, right?
Oh my
Now
god.
I'm talking like that.
Right, I'm turning the camera on. This is getting weird. Oh my god, what is he doing?
The bars are too tight, right? They're too tight on my belly, right?
Let's go on the Madhouse. Oh dear, Madhouse. Yeah, that's why he's going in here. Madhouse. Summarizes mine up in one. Mad.
De maan is de duivel gelijk. Maar de hele buurt is met uw leven niet zeker.
Het was licht achter de ramen en het was er doodstil. Geen monnikenzang of vroom geprevel. Achter de kapeldeur gouden kelken en zilveren kandelaars voor het oprapen.
So we've just come off the wonderful Villa Volta. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. I do feel that the pre-shows in there go on a little bit, but I think that's mainly because we don't really understand what's going on. Since coming back from Efteling last time, I did read up a bit about the storyline and what it's all about, so I kind of get it now. I think the girls felt the same really in terms of the pre-shows. But don't get me wrong, it was the first one of these to be built, and for an attraction what opened in 1996, it looks spotless in there. It's really well looked after. All the facade outside here as well is really nice, and obviously the ride system inside as well. I do like how grand that room is. There's a lot of stuff in there, you know, but I just feel like it needs that a little bit more really. Happening inside the actual main room itself, inside the Madhouse. But don't get me wrong, I really enjoy it, and the highlight of that for me is the soundtrack. I think it really fits the experience, and actually it's quite eerie at the start when the lights are flickering. You know, it's quite a happy room, what turns dark very quickly. And yeah, it's enjoyable. Became a Madhouse. How was it, Charlotte?
Awful. Awful.
Awful? It's not. I wouldn't say it's awful.
It was boring.
You're not a big fan, no. It needs more going on, I do think.
Yeah,
I think awful's a bit strong.
that weird little man sitting on his...
Oh yeah, at the top,
Bingo.
yeah. What did you think to the ride itself?
Yeah, it was nice. I'd rather have it been a bit darker though. I like these because...
I prefer the dark theme ones, I must
Yeah,
admit, like Hex and the Haunting. I love the Haunting at Drayton Manor, that's one of my
I
favourites.
like them dark, not light.
But we have got to thank Villa Volta for all the manor houses that we've got now. Are you alright there? What are you doing?
My eyes are hurting.
Oh, how was it, Leah? What, up the straps coming out, is it? What are you doing? Are you sorting them out? How was your ride? Yeah, you wasn't a big fan of that.
If the bars had a bit like padded, they'd be more comfier.
Yeah, it's very not very comfy for you. But
And
the
the
back of the
seats,
seats.
they're that hard.
yeah, it's weird, isn't it?
Yeah, but that is the thing about madhouses. I tend to agree, to be fair. If they did have padding on the...
Yeah, I mean
the
the
seats,
Mac ones
that'd
do
be
have
great.
padding. However, the Mac versions of that are nowhere near as good as the Vekoma ones in my eyes.
See? So maybe, Vekoma, you should add padding to your seats on madhouses.
There we are. Anyone from
But
Vekoma
in terms of
watching?
madhouses, which I've been on quite a few now, that is my favourite.
You enjoy
Prefer
it,
that over Hex.
and that's a big statement. That's a bold
That
statement.
is a
That
big
is
statement, that one. I just love it purely because of how
because it's the
how
prototype.
grand
Is it? Is that why?
No. I love it because it's how grand it is.
It is grand.
And it's not too dark in there. I like it because it's nice and light. And yeah, it's just. But you know, the thing that to spoil it for me about madhouses is how you put your bags on the seat underneath, and you can see it sliding each way. So that kind of
That's a really good point, actually. Yeah.
It kind of spoils what is going on the ride because you already know what's going on because you can see what your bag's doing.
I never even thought of that, but it's a good one there from Martin. I do like in there as well, on the actual swinging gondola itself, there's a mirror on the side and that sways as well, so that adds to the experience. But yeah, Villa Volta at Efteling. What are you doing?
The memento!
Oh, you got some more tickets?
Now they think that there's like 50 odd people but for the next show of Ravelin.
Look, I've got different ones on each one now. Look, I've got the rare.
Play
Wow,
snap.
how nice.
You're breaking the system.
To be fair, there's plenty of seats available, it's just quiet.
Yeah,
today.
there is.
It's a
But they're
quiet
breaking
day.
the system.
I've never seen the park so quiet, having a lovely day. So just found this actually walking down towards Carnival Festival and Rogel Rock. We've got a 65 years of Efteling exhibition which says it's new. Located just here by that beautiful carousel. Oh wow, this is interesting. We love stuff like this. Yeah.
As I saw this, I'm straight in.
Oh, there you go. You got all the characters there. Oh, it's like the building where the steam carousel is on there. It's a very interesting park, this. There is a lot to discover and there's a lot what we don't know about this park, you know, and that's what I love about it really. I mean, you know, it is great how much there is to explore. It's worth pointing out that this exhibition as well has also got English, so if you are coming here you can understand it all. It's in loads of different languages. Loads of reading material, loads of models to see. It's a park that, you know, has grown on me over the 3 times that I've been. I mean, I'm enjoying it this time even more. Hello. Oh wow, here you go. You've got like all like concept art. Are you mocking me?
Are you mocking me?
Oh, look at that. There you go, the Ravelin. Flying Dutchman. Oh, here you go. We've got an interactive down here. Oh my god, this is massive. Oh, come and look in here. You'll like this. Oh, wow. This is incredible. Look at this. It's stunning in here.
Oh my goodness.
Wow. English. Is he going
Welcome to the Efteling.
Oh, it's a bit quiet.
The Efteling, where you and your children can enjoy yourselves and relax.
Oh wow, this is fantastic. It's quite creepy, some of this stuff actually. All about the animatronics and things. Wow, really, really nice. Good little find that was by Marty. Right, we're going on Carnival Festival. I love the soundtrack on this one. This dark ride owned at Efteling in 1984, this one. Love the soundtrack on here, don't we? Come on, Martin, give us a dance. It's a small world after all. I do love the soundtrack. Welcome to Holland. United Kingdom. Hey. Right next door then to Carnival Festival, you've got Vogel Rock, or Bird Rock as we might call it. They're nicely modelled there by Charlotte. This is a Vekoma indoor roller coaster that opened in 1998, this one.
Oh, I was only 1 year old.
Oh, it also opened the same year as Oblivion at Alton Towers, there we go. I do really enjoy this though.
I've been 11 years old.
Mainly because of the soundtrack that's on board on this one. You got a really nice soundtrack and it stops on the brake. As soon as you get to the brake run, it's like dun 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 dun. Just so satisfying, the most satisfying thing ever about this ride. But to be honest, it's a really good indoor coaster, this. One of my favourite indoor coasters. It's a lot better than Temple in the Nighthawk at Phantasialand, which has got to be one of the most boring roller coasters ever. All that theming potential, and I know it used to have a bit of space theming in there. Well, this is really nice. I'm not a big fan of the Cattle Pen queue line around here, but hopefully it won't be full today. It'll be a nice quiet day. Yeah, this is what we like to see. No queue at all down there. Literally just straight down this section and we'll be on the ride. Let's go around the Vogel. There we go, satisfying bit over. So we had a really nice ride there on Vogel Rock, and we're now coming on what is the longest attraction here at Efteling. It's Gondoletta, which is a 20-minute long boat ride. I say 20 minutes, I don't know, it's long. It's ridiculously long. It wouldn't surprise me. I mean, it goes all the way around here, all around there, round that side as well.
It said 20 minutes on the side.
Did it actually say on the sign, did it as well?
Yeah, it did.
I'm going to say it feels like 20 minutes. I've only ever been on it once. Symbolic off to the side just there. How was Vogel? Did you like that?
Yes, it was very good.
Quite an intense little coaster,
I very
that.
much enjoyed it.
Yeah, you didn't really see much on the film in that one. It's one of those where you want to just get on it and give it a go, really.
There's only 2 in there.
It's a very nice bridge, isn't it, that, Martin?
It is. They made it look really old, even though it probably isn't even that old.
Is that your favourite bridge on Park, would you say?
Possibly.
You did enjoy
I
Vogel?
haven't really seen that many bridges on Park yet.
Yeah, there isn't a lot, to be fair.
I did enjoy Vogel. It's quite a good coaster, that.
Yeah, it's quite intense, little nippy Vekoma, that is, actually. The POVs don't do it justice, that one. You've got to get on there and give it a go. Gondoletta, scene 20.
It's cold.
Right, we're going on the park's rapids now, called Piranha. Okay, just round here. I do like all this theming around here, actually. It's a very nice theming at this park. I do like the soundtrack as well for Piranha. There it is. Some really nice hashtag rock work with some waterfalls around the side. It's all themed all the way around. Piranha. We just had a bit of rain just, but it seems to have passed over for now. So we thought we'll come and have a go on the rapids. Hello. We'll ride on here and then we'll go and do Fata Morgana, another really good dark ride here at Efteling. Off we go on Piranha! Yeah! And on this one, it's the mega wave! Oh my god! That was a mega wave. It was on the Fisherman as well. Oh no! Oh, on the Fisherwoman.
The bag got soaked.
Poor little Charlotte, she got really wet there. Here's some more views of Joris, as I mentioned earlier on, closed for a few days. Seems like a bit of retrack work's taking place. Oh, Charlotte, not the Piranha. That was on the first bit as well. It's gone really tame now. Oh dear. It always happens like that, doesn't it? Oh, here we go. I'm going to get some now. Here we go. Whee! Piranha. Really nice views over there of Baron. Oh no. What's boat number 21 doing? Hello. What are they doing?
Remember people in Holland to get money about it.
You got some really nice viewing platforms around here as well. Are you alright? I like your blue coat. You got Charlotte over here in bright yellow. You got Martin with his bright green jeans, and then you got Leah there in the blue.
No, look, he's got it.
Whoa! Hello. Oh! Hey! Martin got some there. Oh yes. As we make our way down to the waterfalls. What's up? Oh.
It's not bad rapids, is it?
It is quite a good rapids, to be fair. Piranha. Oh.
Don't like Piranha.
Piranha. Uh-oh. It's time for a spin. Away. Oh yeah. It's the big waterfalls now. Here we go.
Oh my god.
Hey, come on. Oh, we're gonna get at it. Not that bad there, was it? Not a bad rapids, Piranha. Not a bad rapids. It's not about rapids, actually, Piranha. I did enjoy that. Did you enjoy Piranha?
No, because I'm soaked.
It's a rapids. You're going to get wet on a
But it
rapid.
was right at the beginning.
Did you enjoy it over there? Oh, they're strolling over to Fata Morgana.
Fata Morgana.
How was it, Piranha?
It was good. It's not bad rapids, that.
It's not, is it?
Charlotte got most of the
She got most of the
waves.
wrath there, didn't she? Yeah,
Yeah.
good old,
Yeah, there is always one person who gets most of it.
There is on
I
this
think.
KFC mega wave.
Yeah.
But you enjoy it, Leah? It was a rate. She's strolling off to Fata Morgana, which is another massive dark ride. Yeah, Fatima Whitbread. Who is Fatima Whitbread? Who is that? Is she a runner or something?
Athlete, yeah.
I'm going to say, yeah, I
Oh, is
thought.
that one who got a cockroach up her nose and I'm a celeb?
Oh, I like how that's how Charlotte remembers it, you know. She does all this cultural stuff like, you know, running in the Olympics and stuff.
Gold medals, but Fatima, you got a cockroach up your nose.
So well done. Fata Morgana, really good. Efteling do some fantastic dark rides. This one, another one of my favourites. And it's on a 5-minute wait. It's a long vlog, this one, and I will be back for a second day vlog where we're going to watch Aquanura, do a few other rides as well. Yeah, so make sure you do check that one out. Oh, do love the soundtrack to this one. Some really good dark rides here at the Efteling, including, of course, the new 2017 Symbolica. ready for the show to begin. The curtains are going to open. Here we go. Hooray! Welcome to Fata Morgana.
I want to be like it. Big dinosaur, Charlotte.
So we just come off Fata Morgana. Really do enjoy that ride here at Efteling. And as I said before we came on, this park's got some incredible dark rides. This one, however, opened in 1986. And the boat ride itself is actually manufactured by Intamin, surprisingly. But yeah, it's a really nice ride system. And I like how some of the corners in there are really tight. And you get to see all of the really nice theming in there. It was great. You enjoyed Fata Morgana?
Yeah, I loved it.
What did you enjoy about it?
Reminded me of Pirates Adventure at Drayton Manor.
I suppose it has got a bit of a pirate sort of with the boats and stuff, even though it's supposed to be sort of Arabian themed, isn't it? Like 1001 Arabian Nights, so to speak, you know.
I really liked it.
Yeah, you enjoyed it? Yeah, it's just a nice dark ride, isn't it? Some really good rides coming towards the end of day number 1 here at the beautiful Efteling. Had a really, really nice day today. So it's been a couple of hours since I last spoke to you. We had a few more rides on Symbolica, and we've actually done all 3 of the different tours on there now, and I really enjoyed them all. We started off with the music tour earlier on. We then did the second one, which was the treasures tour, and I enjoyed that one. You've got like a crystal in there and all the mirrors on the wall, and I would say that's now my favourite one. And then we ended on the final one that we did, which was the Heroes tour, wasn't it? Yeah, Heroes one. Me personally, I thought the second one was the best one, Treasures.
Yeah, the second one was the best one and the Heroes was the weakest.
Yeah, I think the same.
I think with Symbolica, I think the most interactive ones are the music and the Heroes tour, but in terms of the ride experience, I think you get the best one with the treasure.
Yeah, definitely. I think with the Heroes tour, as much as you spend more time in the rooms, because you go in first, you go into the room first and there's not really much going on around it, whereas when you come out of that scene, you know, stuff's still going on. So I kind of felt like you didn't get the same sort of views around the experience, but I'll talk more about it tomorrow. That's all for this vlog. It's gone on for a long enough. It's been a long one today from Efteling. We're back here tomorrow where I'll talk a bit more about Symbolica, show you some footage of the other tours, and of course we will go on Aquanura and see that. I say go on it, stand around it and watch it. Aquanura is a really good experience that I can't wait to share with you guys again here on the channel. So join me, Leah, Charlotte and Martin tomorrow for day 2 here at Efteling, and that means it's time to... Thanks for watching.